What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back on the 2007, it's my son's 2007 Nissan 350Z. He's currently at Marine Combat Training, getting ready to go to his onto aviation school here pretty soon, aviation maintenance school, sorry. And today we're going to install a CarPlay stereo system, but not an in-dash stereo system because we've already replaced the head unit. Here is the original Bose head unit, which is a pretty nice unit, but no Bluetooth. This one doesn't have an input jack. So what we're going to do is, first I did install a Pioneer, and you'll see it here in a second, a Pioneer touchscreen head unit with Bluetooth. So he likes that, but it doesn't have CarPlay. Doesn't have the ability to do some of the navigation. So a company reached out to me, CarPodGo, and said, I think they saw my video on the Jeep. We put a couple of stereo systems, the Jeep and the Mini Cooper. We've also put one in my wife's Jeep. She's got a 2017 Wrangler, and we did the entire integrated console. Didn't do that. I didn't record that. And then the RV didn't record that either. So the only vehicle left, and I'll probably put this in that vehicle as well, just to test it out. But the Durango. So if I'm going to drive the Durango, I might want to find a way to switch these over so that I can use this in the Durango as well if he's not using it here. But if he goes away to school, he's going to keep it in this car, and I'm not going to put it in the Durango. But we're going to go ahead. I think from what the company saw in my other video, they did go ahead and send me this. So we're going to open it up, see what we got in there, and then we're going to see how easy it is to install, connect the Bluetooth, and then use it. And in the Durango, it actually has an onboard transmitter. So I'll use the onboard transmitter because the Durango is much older, no Bluetooth or any of that whatsoever. So you'll be able to use the internal transmitter, not that external transmitter that I have now, and it'll be much easier to use. So let's open the box, and then we'll see how it installs in this 350Z. All right, so again, the company is CarPodGo, and they just emailed and said, hey, no string attached. You don't even have to do a thing on it. We just want to send you this. So I figure, a couple of my most popular videos are car stereo videos, even though I'm not a car stereo tech. But I opened the box here. I don't mean for this to be an unboxing video, but I will take it out of the box and see what's in here. I did open this once here. Here's the unit itself. So it's a pretty widescreen unit that I think will be pretty cool in there. On the side here are the connections, USB-C mainly, but it also has wiring for backup camera. And it's packaged pretty decently. Got the user's manual. And then this is going to be your audio cable. So now, and I verified this with someone at work that Tesla, as advanced as they are and as nice as those screens are, they just don't have CarPlay. So they do come with a Tesla adapter. So you can adapt this to your Tesla. And then just got a couple of different mounting systems. This one looks like it articulates the mounting base plate, some sticky 3M strips. This is going to be the cable for backup camera if you want to install that. I'm not going to install that. This is another mounting plate. So if I wanted, I'll decide which one of these I use, and obviously I'll show you. Maybe the one I don't use, I'll use in the Durango. And then this is the power jack. And we've got the backup camera itself. And then if you don't have if you've got an inline audio jack, but not Bluetooth, you can run this as an inline audio and not Bluetooth. Again, my Durango does not have this, so I'm going to use the AM/FM. All right, so I'm going to get in the vehicle. We'll lay out what is the best where my best mounting location is going to be, and then we'll mount this, run through the setup, and I think it'll go quick and easy. I've gone through about 10 different locations to mount this. And I've settled on the window here. And I'm still not completely satisfied with that. I thought about using the smaller attachment up here, but I don't want to block the his gauges. The only problem here, and I'll show you, it does have a really strong magnet, so the magnet sticks really well here. This, I think it's not much of a blind spot, but I think it might be a little bit of a blind spot, so I don't know if I'm happy with that. I thought about here, but nothing to mount on here. This has it off the front quite a bit, so if I could mount it right on here, that would be preferred, but I can't mount it right onto this, because then you could open this, get in here with it up here, and then close it, but it's not allowing me to do that. I'm not going to mount it on his stereo. I could mount it here, or maybe even under here. The airbag is here, so there's not a lot of great places to mount this. I think this might be the best location, so I'm just going to go with it. The 12-volt charger is down here, so this is where we're going to have to plug in at, which is okay. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll plug it in, and then as I fire it up, yeah, we'll see how it looks, and hopefully this suction cup sticks to the window, because if it stays to the window, it'll be good. And then with it here and the magnet, you can just pull it out, but it does telescope, so you've got to tighten that down so it telescopes and moves around. So and it's got a just this ball knuckle to move around there. Maybe I'll use this one in the Durango, we'll see. But this magnetic piece can loosen, just like it's got a screw on it like this, and that ball that's on the end of the mount pops out. So yeah, let me look at that, and then maybe we can even articulate it down. So I could articulate it down. The voltage is probably the least important of these gauges, and then if it's articulated down and out, we may actually have some space. So maybe I'll loosen it up, bring it down to this knuckle, slide it out, see what it looks like, and then I'll plug it in. I'll bring you back. So bringing it down seems to have made all the difference. I can see really all the way out to the hood here, so I don't have as much of a blind spot. It is slightly blocking the airbag for the passenger, but you know, I think we'll be all right. And I plugged it in down here, so it does have an extra USB port and an on-off switch. So go ahead and give us some power here. There we are. So the on-off switch, I think. Okay, yep. So the on-off switch powers it. Normally it's a little counterintuitive, because with the switch out, it's on. So when you hit the switch, it feels like it's out, then it's on. So all right, now I'm going to see which Bluetooth is the right Bluetooth. So this looks like the home screen. This one here looks like the controls on the right side are going to be the audio output. Now let me try and pair my phone to it. Okay, so it says I am connected. Now let's see if we have CarPlay. Please turn on Bluetooth and Wi-Fi of your phone, then connect Bluetooth. And my phone says use CarPlay. So I just told it to use CarPlay. Allow CarPodGo to check for CarPlay apps. Okay, allow. Seems to have connected just fine. Pretty easily, actually. And got all my apps here. Google Maps, Zoom, Viber. I don't know who else Viber. Let's see. Who I can. Maybe we'll just like 2 seconds. That's my phone. That is not the output of. Okay, So obviously it went to phone, but I needed to go to the car output. I've been fiddling with it for about 15 minutes or so. And when you call the IT guy and he tells you to turn it off and turn it back on, well, that's what I had to do. So I got him. I sunk the player up with the head unit here, and then I sunk the player up with my phone, and the head unit sunk with my phone, and it wasn't playing. So this unit also has a speaker built into it. Obviously, it's not a great speaker, but it does have one plugged in. And when I hit play on my music, it was playing on my phone. So you can go back to the CarPod. So these are the controls. Obviously, Apple CarPlay or Apple CarPlay, Android Audio, and the settings. And then here is where you can select FM, aux, or the speaker. I thought I couldn't get it to work, so I went to FM. I was setting the radio, and then I went to go back, and it said when it changes, it needs a reset. So it reset itself, and now it's working. So if I go to my music, we have Imagine Dragons on now, and that was playing in the car. So that's it. It's actually pretty easy. You just got to remember to restart it if you do. So it's not a very difficult process, and I'm sure I could make a phone call or go to Maps and any of my messages just like a regular CarPlay. So yeah, that's great. I think because of the restart thing, it wasn't saving on I was trying to go to the audio or the radio, but what I will do is try the radio in the Durango. But again, the cool thing is here, I've got a power switch. Might be a little dark there, but there's a power switch built onto that, onto the 12 volt outlet. So I will, turn the power off. Now the power on the unit's off, and because it is a magnet, I can just pull the magnet off, and you can stow it anywhere in the car so that it's not visible to greedy hands. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, I spent 15 extra minutes trying to get it to sync up when all I had to do is restart it. So if you're having a problem, just turn it off, turn it back on once you've synced it to both your devices, and then it should actually probably connect pretty good. So yeah, now it's connected fine. Maybe I'll go out and try it on the Durango real quick, see if I can mount it somewhere and get it to actually connect properly via the radio, and then decide which vehicle I want to keep this thing in. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then we'll see how it looks and how it plays in the older vehicle with the older FM broadcast only system. So I'm in the Durango, and I'm going to set this up real time. I think I will connect it more permanently next time. I did find what I thought was a perfect place for it, and I don't know if you can see, but I don't know if it's a top layer plastic because we've got some plastic peeling over here, or if it's just so old and dirty, but it peeled up. It immediately peeled up some top layer of this, and then the sticky was gone, and it fell in my hand as I was placing it. So maybe it'll be fine there now, but if I could scrub that down and find out what it did, maybe I could put it back there, because that it's kind of a really good spot for it right there. But for now, I'm just going to set it here, and I'll power up the unit. Now it's powering up, and we are connected. My phone should still be connected to it. So if I go to Bluetooth here, it's already connected to my phone. So I do need to go back to CarPodGo, click on FM, and then switch it to FM. And then it needs to restart to take effect. So it's going to restart. Boom, it'll restart. So as you switch back and forth, it'll restart from FM to audio. So now I've got it set at 100.1, and we're going to go to CarPlay. Let's go 100.1. Now we're on 100.1. Now let's go back to CarPlay. And I know my phone is on CarPlay now. All right, so now we have a good song on. So Rascal Flatts. So that seems to be okay. I mean, that seems good. So the audio sounds fine. Again, when I went to the audio selection, just like before, when I was trying to get it to go play Bluetooth audio, and I selected to FM, and I switched back, just like when I clicked the aux, when I pushed aux here, I think you saw it say it needed to restart. So when it restarted, then it, or when I went back to FM, then it came on. So if it's not working, switch it back to Bluetooth or switch it to audio or FM, depending on which one you're setting, and then go back to it. And now you have, it's a pretty nice, you know, I would say the screen is really good compared to the one in my Jeep. I like this a little bit better. The screen looks great, and it's pretty bright out here, so I like it in the brightness. So I think even in the sun, this is going to be really good. And I think, yeah, you just swipe down to change the brightness. Yeah, quick little swipe will change the brightness. That's really nice. And once I mount it here, I think it'll be perfect spot, and then I'll just be able to jump in and go to Google Maps and go to go to Waze. So I like Waze. Tell it to go to work, and I'll be able to drive to work, and then I'll be able to drive home when I'm using this vehicle. I think next week I will use this vehicle, and then when I'm done, I'll just take it and put it in the center console or in the glove box, and we'll be good. But yeah, that's the operation here in the Durango. All right, guys, thanks for sticking with me. Hope you could follow along. I know it was a little bit of just me fumbling my way through hooking that thing up. So far, I like it. It seems to connect well. It worked well with the Bluetooth. It worked well with the FM. Once I figured out the little trick that you switch it back and forth and let it reset itself. Once it resets, it seems to switch into the other mode and work just fine. That could save you a lot of time of troubleshooting, just like I did for about 15 minutes. But you know, the one thing is it's kind of a heavy device. So it's what, 8.9 inches diagonal, so it's a little bit heavy. And so far it's holding up with the suction cup that's in the window here of the Z. We'll see if that lasts, and if not, maybe make some type of a more permanent mount versus the suction cup. But if it lasts, the suction cup works, then great. Maybe I'll do a follow-up review of it once we've been using it for a little while. Have my son send me some video of him if he can actually take this thing to Florida while he's in his school. But yeah, that's it. I think this runs. One thing I didn't like, and maybe it'll change, is I couldn't find it on Amazon. So you have to go to their CarPodGo website and order it. I think it's about $250. Which the decent ones with good reviews on Amazon, and others are you know, around $250. So there's some cheap ones out there. It'd be interesting to see how well they work, but I think the price point is about where the nicer ones are, and this seems to be a decent device. Again, you can use the speaker on the device if you want to just have maybe it speaking audio to you, or your directions if you're just using it as a map, and then just have your CarPlay in the background. But I think you'd have an issue if you're trying to Bluetooth with your phone and Bluetooth with that. But it is cool that it Bluetooths through your phone, kind of Bluetooths through that to the car, so it can play and come out your speakers, which is good. And then you can play the CarPlay and all the features that come with that. So yeah, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And hopefully this taught you something about this device or this type of device. And yeah, like I said, I'll try to follow up with how successful it is in the future.